Hey, what the hell? Okay.
Okay. So for the sake of
We're
Mac
live!
In VR's viewers, we will.
Because the old
Right, okay.
the old fart forgot to press start stream, and then we just were like, "Yay!"
Yeah, I just got my YouTube notification. You are live.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so yeah, basically, I didn't have audio for Mac's listeners, or those of you who are watching on Mac's channel. I didn't have audio when I started, like a complete tit. And then, as it turns out, Mac didn't actually start his stream. So we're going to start brand new.
I could have been there for 2 hours.
For those of you who are watching my stream, like you get to see us twice. You know, it's twice as nice, twice the price.
It's a thing we always do.
Okay, so welcome to the Virtualy Rek't Podcast.
Again.
I myself am PowerOnVR. This good old man next to me is Mac In VR, and our guest host this evening is, of course, SurjicalGaming. Guys, how are we doing? Again.
We're still hot, but at least we're live.
We're hot and we're live. Yeah.
We are. It's like an OnlyFans. We're hot. We're ready to mingle. It's the Virtualy Rek't Podcast.
It is. It's so hot.
Right.
I saw one of those little blokes in the orange robes. He burst into flames. It would have been funny if I hadn't cocked up the robes bit. There you go. Right. Sorry, carry on.
Is what it is, my guys. Is what it is. Right. Okay. So we start off as we do every other week with what we are drinking. Mac, what are you drinking this evening?
Well, because it's really hot, and because my car decided to lock my booze and fags in me fucking front trunk, I've had to drink red wine instead of that cool crisp Shiraz, like Pinot Grigio, like I normally do. So that's going to add to my sweatiness.
Oh, I feel so bad for you. I feel so just ever so terrible.
So, Mr. Shoeey, what are you drinking?
I am on a Hazy Jane with guava this evening. I am fancying a little bit of fruity. We're in the summer, so it doesn't want to be too, you don't want to go too heavy on the old beer. It needs to be something nice and sweet. As far as I can tell, I think Mr. Surjical is not going to be partaking in the drinking. He is on the sensible water.
Full of vodka, really. I'm blagging it.
I mean, whatever does it for you. Hang on, I'm just making the place darker so that my phone can actually, or my webcam can pick this up properly. There we go.
Yeah.
That's better. Cool. Right then. Gentlemen, what do you want to talk about first thing tonight?
I would like to talk about the Valve Index wireless adapter Kickstarter by Nofio.
Yeah. Does this... Okay, so one of us, out of the three, one of us still owns a Valve Index and is a die-hard fan. It's not Mac.
I sold mine.
Yeah, Mim Index. Come on, everyone knows about Mim Index.
Mim
It's
Index.
an ongoing love affair. My Quest 2 found out, so I sold it.
So here's the thing, right? Obviously, I don't own an Index. I've never owned an Index. Mac, you have owned an Index,
yes,
but no longer own an Index. And obviously, Surge, you still have your Index, and I assume you use it every single day and love the shit out of it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so go for it. Like, Surge, is this something that is it worthwhile even at this point in time?
Honestly, no. It should have come out when the Index come out. Then they would have sold a few units. But with all the talk of Decard, I know it's still going to be a while away. But me personally, I wouldn't sell it. How much is it up?
£450 for Kickstarter. Yeah.
It's a Quest and a half.
Yeah.
It's not a Kickstarter. It's a kick in the balls. That's what it is.
It's an Index nearly a half. Half an Index. Yeah. So, like, my view is it's a day late and $1 short. I've had a really bad experience over the last couple of weeks with my Pico. They've basically updated it and broken it again. So all the scaling issues and the you can't start Steam VR, so you can't use the display port. and the wireless option has this audio issue again. So I have to admit it, and I am sorry, but I'm regretting selling my Index. I wish I'd just held on to it.
Not smiling. No, joking. That's oh man, like, have you contacted the customer?
Yeah. It's actually, and what I've done, I've been talking to them on Discord. It's just I mean, the standalone by itself is as good as the Quest. It's fine. The screen's good. I've got some prescription lenses. That's made a difference. But it's just as broken as it was when it released 6 weeks ago. So that kind of puts the Pico Pro thing, that they're going to try and bring out before Cambria, kind of puts me off that a little bit. So no, my regret is selling my Index now. But still, if I still had my Index, 450 quid.
If you still had it, would you be buying it, Mac? Obviously, no. Surge, I don't think you would.
No. Like I said, it's a day late and $1 short. So if it had been a year and a half ago, I wouldn't have sold my Index. I'd have bought it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Sorry, Surge.
No, I'm just saying it's like 3 years too late.
Yes.
I mean, it'll be great.
It's been out?
Yeah.
I think it'd be awesome, but the price for what you're getting, like you said, it's 2 Quest 2s, half an Index. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't think that'll go very far unless somebody's like loaded and like a elitist kind of thing. But then if they're loaded like that, they would have like a 8K whatever.
Yeah, they'd have the Pimax or they'd have the Vario, wouldn't they?
Vario, yeah. So.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. As I am nearly 100% going to be buying the Cambria when it comes out. Oh, sorry, no, it's no longer called the Cambria, is it? We have officially found out that it's going to be unoriginally titled the Quest 2 Pro, or is it the Quest Pro? One of those two options. Just I don't mind them sticking with the Quest moniker, but it doesn't. Does it really need to be the Pro?
I mean, I mean, pros, like everyone does it. Like the PS4 Pro. Do they have an iPhone Pro and stuff like that? I'm pretty sure.
They have the iPhone right? Pro. Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe the marketing department could have thought something a bit better than Pro.
Ultimate,
like original. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, go for alt dot. Like do something. The whole point of VR is that we're meant to be living in the future now.
Yeah.
I just don't see, like, Pro is going to sell, and I know it will sell because everybody likes the fact that it's got the Pro. Well, not everybody. That it's a common moniker for devices that sells things, as you said, Surge, with like Xbox and is there a PlayStation 5 Pro, or did they do anything like that with the 4? I don't know.
There's a 4 Pro and the 5 Pro they're talking about. I think it's going to come out. Just like, yeah, I think it's coming out.
I don't think anybody really takes HTC seriously though, do they? Because they don't seem to have the finger on the pulse. No, anyway, that's my opinion.
Did you say HTC?
What did I say? What did you say?
You said HTC.
You said HTC, right?
Oh, did I? HTC Vive.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, I understand. No, I understand where you were going with it now. I was like, why did we move on to HTC phones?
Welcome to the Dementia Podcast.
Like I've already said, why is everybody looking at me? Where have my trousers gone?
That's a typical Sunday morning for you, isn't it, Mac?
Yeah, oh God. Yeah. Wandering around, looking down at me balls, wondering where my dick's gone.
Yeah.
Right, okay, anyway, moving on swiftly.
Ignoring the fact that it's called the Quest Pro, sorry. I'm like 99% going to be buying the Cambria. I'm going to carry on calling it Cambria until they officially release the Pro name, but I think it's pretty much been confirmed at this point. And part of the reason, a majority of the reason is because of the channel. Probably 65% of it is because of the channel.
Yeah.
35% is because, honestly, my Quest 2 is beaten to shit at this point. I have abused that thing. Like it's going to be taken away by CPS if it was a child. It's.
What do you mean? You've been inside it every day.
Oh wow! Right, okay. I'm gonna edit the shit out of that. No, it's So I need to replace it anyway, and I don't want to go and buy an Index at this point, which would be my next choice. Because obviously it's still a great headset as far as I keep getting told. So I need something that is going to replace it this year, and it's going to be the Cambria, I think, because Decard, let's face it, I don't see that coming out before the end of 2023.
What about the PSVR 2 then? Because I know Surge is preempted by getting hold of a PS5.
Yeah. But then again, that if Shoeey... I mean, Shoeey, your channel's like Oculus, right? It's all Quest 2 stuff, right? So
a lot of it is.
Only a natural thing to do is to get another Oculus headset, because that's what everyone's going to be. When everyone is watching your channel, is going to want a Cambria when it comes out. So it's kind of for the same audience, isn't it?
So as a general rule of thumb, as an official rule, the channel is VR news, reviews, and how-tos. However, we all know we're all creators. We know what sells on YouTube. Like you do your stuff, Surge, and I love watching your videos. And you do some really cool edits. Big fan. And it's a lot of it, obviously, because you don't use an Oculus. It's not Oculus specific stuff. So your audience is a lot more niche, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously. I focus a lot more on what is currently happening with the trends, which is, unfortunately, mostly Oculus stuff, even though the most exciting stuff is not Oculus-inspired.
Yeah. We've got just going to need a shout-out for people in the chat, because Weeble's here, Matt P, Clueless, Rezol, VR, AppG. AppG, if you're listening, you've won the RFVR key. So I need your Discord... I need your Discord handle. We've got VR Realms here. Hello, mate.
Hey, Paul.
And Weeble has asked a question, and that is, has there been a definite price release for Cambria? I seem to be talking about
Absolutely not.
No. We think somewhere between $700 and over $1,000, because we've had somebody say $700. Oh, it's going to come out $700, and then we've also had somebody say, oh, it's going to be, and it might not have any controllers.
Here's the thing. We've said it before on the podcast. I'll reiterate my thoughts on it. The report was that it was going to be $800. Meta's marketing department fired back saying that it was going to be significantly more than this. I still think what they're going to do is that they're going to try and push what they did with the Quest 2, which is like, this is an $800 gaming device.
Absolutely.
We're going to sell it for $300.
Which...
What I think they're going to do with Cambria is it's going to be a $1,200 device that we're going to sell at $800.
Yeah, I'm with you with the Cambria. I'm most excited for Decard. That's what I'm very excited for. The stuff with Pico has really put me off them. I would get a Cambria and I would sell my Quest, because everything that you can play on Quest you can play on Cambria. Plus, you can play PC VR over virtual desktop with those super high resolution pancake lenses. So that's if it comes at $800, woof, I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, what about are you talking about you're going to buy the Cambria, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess again it's like it makes sense, doesn't it? Because like of the audience as well. So it seems like the path to go, right? Yeah.
I assume you'll be sticking with your Index until it either dies or Decard is released.
Yeah, Index, and then I'm going to get the PSVR 2 and then the Decard, because I know the Decard's going to be after the PSVR 2.
Yeah,
it's going to be a while, isn't it? So.
The supply chain analysts, there's a guy called like Hu Qi. He's like a Chinese supply chain analyst, and he says that they won't have enough PSVR 2s ready to go for Thanksgiving, Christmas, so it's probably going to be Q1 2023, which is a really, it's It's an odd. They've never released. Yeah, they've never released anything in that quarter. But the hype's there. I mean, just show people it. Look at it. Fucking hell, it's amazing. Look at those controllers. Wow.
Yeah. That they haven't released anything. It's normally towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
But so they did that Resident Evil trailer. Didn't say the VR version, but they gave a specific date in March, and a lot of people think it's going to be the March 23rd or whatever it said in there next year. So
yeah. Well, I mean, for me personally, going forward, if Cambria Pro, whatever it's called, comes in about 800 quid, then yeah, I'm going to go for that. I'm going to get myself a PS5 and I'm going to get myself a PSVR 2. And I think that's my Quest PC VR, console gaming VR sort of little niche that I want to build there. That's my personal opinion.
That's pretty much what I'm going to be doing as well. If I can get hold of a PS5, I'm still trying to persuade my friends to sell me his.
He doesn't use it, right? You said he's had it for ages at work or something. Was that right?
Yep. So he doesn't use it, but apparently his missus uses it once in a blue moon.
Swap it out for a PS4. She won't notice.
Exactly. Exactly. There's no difference between it, because at the end of the day, the only game you're really playing on the PS5, same as the PS4, is GTA 5.
Yeah. This is a true story, right? A friend of mine, when I was into mountain biking, he bought a new mountain bike, and it wasn't cheap. It was about $2,500. And anyway, he took it home, and after a couple of weeks, his wife noticed that this bike was there, and she was like, "Is that a new bike?" He's like, "Oh no, the old one was fine, so I just had it resprayed." Just spray a PS4 white and blue, and give a.
I do want a PSVR 2. The only thing it will come down to is I am 100% buying the Cambria because I still want to have the PC VR side of things. And if money is not flowing enough, then I probably will have to wait a few months, maybe up to 6 months for the PSVR 2. That's the only reason I won't have it, is money flow. Because it's a lot of money, right? Like, it's a console plus a headset.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you're looking maybe 800 to $1,000. It depends how much you sell the headset for.
Yeah,
900. Yeah, to buy them both. So
I don't think they can sell it for more than the disc version of the PS5, because like the digital version's $350 if you can get hold of one.
Yeah, that's
so it's $450, so about 900 then.
Yeah. Weeble's just asked a good question actually. Has the Cambria been confirmed as being backward compatible with Quest 2? Absolutely, completely backward compatible.
Congratulations, Weevil, on winning your RFVR key.
Yes.
He wins everything. I swear it's a setup.
I said me and Serge were doing the sort of the competition, and so basically we use this thing. I think it's called the turn of the wheel or something. It's basically you type everybody's name in, and then you just hit click, and it spins, and the first person there wins. Who's the first person on the wheel? Weeble.
Yeah, that's what happened with the accessories that I sent Weeble as well, and I'm pretty sure I've sent him a key in the past doing exactly the same thing. So, oh no, Weeble did win that, I think, because he answered the question right.
Yeah. There you go.
So he did genuinely win something at one point.
But he's won like multiple copies of the same game. Wins everything.
Yeah. Can I just double check, AppG? Did you catch that you'd won the RFVR access key? Because you need to contact me on Discord.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out how to get you.
Yeah, you didn't reply. There's a lot of talk on my chat about PSVR 2 and Cambria. Simon V says, amazing to put a face to the voice for legendary Surjical.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
We have some... We have Mr. Henry Van Leer. I'm just going to say hello to some people in my chat, actually, because we've got fun with the clicks.
Hey,
Henry Van Leer, Diego Darko.
Diego.
I think Mobeast did actually jump in, and he traded you for all of 8 seconds at one point. So be mindful of that guy.
Donnie Darko is a legend. He's my newest patron. So thanks a lot, mate. I think
nice.
did. Yeah, I think I did mention it in the RFVR streams we did. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that.
Okay, so Henry says he's going to rename himself to Weeble 2.0 to try and win some more keys, I assume. But I do have some giveaways tonight if people are interested.
Yes, and so do I.
Ooh,
I was going to talk about
all
that.
round.
Yeah, to giveaways all round. Right, so I've got 3 keys for a game called Boca. Now, Coach won one the other day in the stream because he identified the "I Got Little Birdie Legs" song. He identified that as being from Battlefield Friends. So he got his key this morning. So I have 3 Boca keys, which I'm going to give away. And all you have to do is just comment in the chat. That's it. And I'll sort.
Oh, interesting.
I'll sort 3 winners out. So you can just.
Okay.
As long as you don't give me abuse.
I have a mystery box.
Oh
wow!
I have a mystery box to give away. Right.
Cool.
This is a genuine VR accessory, and I would say this weighs. Hang on, this weighs just under 1 kilo. Okay, so it's a decent
mystery box.
Decent. I haven't opened it, but it is to give away. So, everyone in the chat tonight, everyone who has at least commented once on either of the chats, either in mine or in Max, I will be giving it away. US guys, depending on postage, I may have to find a different way of getting an accessory to you.
Yeah, that happened to me. There was a guy who won my giveaway, and he lived in Australia, and it cost twice as much to send what I'd actually had. So I just gave him a couple of game keys. I was like, sorry, mate, I'm not spending 50 quid to send you something that's worth 30 quid. Yeah, he was fine with that. He was fine with that. Moby says Kratos.
There will be some concessions to if you don't live in UK or Europe, but we'll figure it out. Either way, even if whoever wins it, if they aren't in Europe or the UK, then I will still give this to somebody else, and I'll still sort that person out with something.
Guess who's just jumped on my chat? Weeble 2.0. Henry, you traitor. Hey, Alex Beast, how you doing, mate?
Apchi.
Okay. Apchi's here. Apchi. Discord name. Right, sorry, carry on.
Yes. Send it to Mac privately or on here, but either way, give us someone your Discord name, Apchi.
Anybody.
Anyway, so you guys have been pretty heavy into ABC XYZ VR, whatever the game is called. I can genuinely never remember. I know it's 2 letters and then VR, but I can't remember what those 2 letters are.
I shall let the expert. I've played it quite a lot. I probably put about 40 hours into it, but I'm nowhere near what Surge has done. So Surge is the expert. Go and watch his trailer on his channel. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And then I think you've done a few videos on tutorials. So go for it, Surgy.
Okay. So RFVR is a new. It's like it's multiplayer, okay, but it's still in the works. But it's basically a massive open world RPG. It's like 400 square kilometers, and you've got quests, and you can level up. You can be like 3 different things. You can be a warrior, be a mage, a rogue. You can smith, you can hunt, you can cook, you can make potions, you can make your own customized spells, you can enchant armor. You've got staffs, you've got swords, you've got shields, you've got bows, you've got like this. It's just like I mean, everyone compares it to kind of like Skyrim in VR, like, so that's what a lot of people have been saying. So yeah, I've been playing it. Sorry.
I tell you what we should do. We should play the trailer.
Yeah,
I was going to say I am currently playing one of Surjical's live streams.
Okay.
In my.
I'll play the trailer. How long is it? It's 1 minute 59. Yes, 1 minute 59. Yeah. Okay.
Are you playing it with sound? Or?
I'm going to play it with sound. Yeah.
I won't.
I'll put it the trailer.
I'll put it in.
Let's find it on here as well.
Give us a second. I'll put it into cinema mode and then.
Yeah, there's 2. There's a demo and then there's one I just released.
So
yesterday.
Is it the one? Yeah. Okay. We'll play the one yesterday. Yeah, because that's your newest video.
Yeah.
Okay. So. You ready, Mac?
Hold on. Just give me a sec. I am ready, yes.
Okay, well, let's play it, and we'll let people watch, and we'll come back and chat about it.
Oh, crap. No. No. Mac fucked up. What a surprise.
See what you're doing on the screen. Great job.
Oh, dear me. Yeah, okay, right, we'll get there. Don't worry, we'll get there. Right, I'll just play it from there.
There's no audio.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to... The problem is I keep pausing it. It keeps setting itself away again.
Well, I've already started playing. I'll wait for you guys afterwards.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so you guys probably aren't finished yet, but that was fucking sick.
It is, isn't it? Absolutely sick. It was absolutely brilliant. Well, that's an amazing trailer, mate. The one you did,
Thanks,
the one you did previously was good, but that was off the charts. I know it took you a long time as well. It's doing quite well, isn't it? It's on 700 odd views.
Is it? I didn't even look.
I
don't know, about 700.
Oh, 300. No, 300? 300 odd.
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is, the demo trailer actually took me longer to do than the trailer that's 2 minutes long. So
tell me about tell everybody about the grass at the beginning. That was a complete fuck up, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a time lapse at the start of the demo trailer, and I was waiting for it to go from day till night, and I put my headset down, and then I watched the footage back, and I was like, oh, that would make a great time lapse. I played it backwards and sped it up, and it's actually a pretty good time lapse.
Because you could see like the grass was moving back and forth, and like the sun went across the sky, and then the stars came. It was really cool. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, even that boat bit was like, I didn't even realize you could climb into a boat. So I just did it by accident. I was like, oh, I can add that into the trailer, in this trailer. So like, I just randomly find stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know.
So
I don't really plan it. It's weird. Yeah,
I played. So basically, when I jump in, I play for a little bit, bumble around, not very good, and then you come and help me and show me what to do. So talk about, because like that dickhead who went in for 10 minutes and said, there's no tutorials, I don't like it, my mother wasn't there to hold me hand, and he buggered off. He left a review after 10 minutes and buggered off. It's like,
yeah.
No. So the thing people don't realise about RFVR is that there's so many things that you can do.
Yep. Yeah. There's like I said, there's the smithing, there's armor, there's spells, scrolls, potions. You can farm, you can mine. There's so much stuff to do that you can get on the boats. There's a horse and cart. You can, I mean, because I'm high level, I can fly around the whole map. It's like a massive map, and I just fly around it. It's just pretty fun, man. You can't do that anywhere else in VR. There's dragons as well. There's all kinds of enemies like snake men, frogmen, ratmen, undead, summoners. There's goblins.
Those crazy wasp things. Remember that?
Yeah, there's wasps, giant wasps. There's the lizards are pretty tough, man. The lizards and the snakes are the worst.
Obviously, I've got a quest to kill the lizards, and I'm about the same level as them, but my armor hasn't got the shock protection yet. So that's my next big thing, is to go and build the armory, get the shock protection built in, or you can just come with your big staff and go.
Yeah, the staffs are. Yeah, you saw at the end of the trailer, the staffs are epic. But Mac, do you remember end of your last stream? You actually completed the quest without knowing.
Oh, that's right. Because I wasn't cheesing as such. I was just in a position where they couldn't actually get to me.
Yeah. So they're going to patch that for sure.
Yeah. Honestly, it was hilarious because the frame rate dropped to about 1, and I was just going dink, kill, dink, kill, like one frame. So I think it would have been. Oh, Weeble said the giant chickens, the Chickens Arise quest that you've got to do, where you find this new town. And it has an adventurers guild in it, and you turn up and there's just these giant chickens running around attacking everybody, and it was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, it's really because one of the developers is called Chicken Arise, and they named the quest after him. But you can actually get a spell where you can summon chickens and you feed them. I've forgotten what it is, but they turn into giant chickens and they fight for you. You can fight. I think you can feed. You can summon spiders, and if you feed them enough, they turn giant as well. There's one dog in the whole game that's hidden, and if you feed it meat, it will change its name to Wolf, and then at night time it will turn into a werewolf and come and help you, like when you're fighting and stuff.
I love shit like that. Like that.
And then there's like werewolves as well, where they just you can go somewhere at night time and werewolf just comes at you mental and just it's crazy stuff, man.
So coming from a guy that hasn't played it, go on then.
I was just going to say that one point that Surge was, because basically if somebody has the flying spell, you can grab onto them and you fly with them. So Surge was flying along, and it all went a bit weird, and his PC crashed. So I got plummeted to the ground. There's no fall damage at the moment, and I basically landed and looked up, and there was this massive green dragon in front of me, and I went. And it happened on the stream. Remember, I went, oh, dragon! And then it killed me. I was like, oh, bollocks. And he was like, where was it? Where was it? And I was like, we were flying across the bloody map. I don't know where it was. Yeah, you need to watch that back because you'd never seen a green dragon, had you?
Seen brown, which is in the... There's red and a brown one, I think, or blue that I've seen that are in dungeons.
No, this was out. This was out in the open. It was in a rocky field.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
As I landed, I was like, boom, dragon!
No way.
Sorry, Shoeey, for interrupting.
No, coming from a guy, because I haven't played RFVR at all. I haven't had the time, which is a pity because honestly, looking at that trailer and looking at a lot of what you guys are doing, this is a lot closer to a game that I bang on about quite a lot, which is World of Warcraft, of course.
Yeah.
Is it a forced MMO, or is it a single server that you can then join in with people or invite people to, or how does it work, the multiplayer?
So you've got you can host a server, then people can join the hosted server, and then you select there's 3 save slots, so depending what build you got, and then you just carry on with your build from there. Except the missions and stuff belong to the person that's hosting. You still level up, and it's like shared XP and stuff like that. It's not like an MMO. It's basically so the multiplayer is being worked on as we go, basically, and they keep patching it. So I have played multiplayer, and it's really fun. I played with the devs quite recently, and everyone's like overpowered, and we were flying around, killing giant trees, and it was really good fun. So the multiplayer they're working on it, so it needs work. So you will come across little bugs and issues, but overall it's great fun. I mean, solo's just works anyway. So
yeah, solo was really good. The multiplayer was a bit janky, but you said they fixed it. Yeah. The game that we played was a demo. the game we've been playing is the early access build that everybody got their hands on today. So this is early access. You got to just think about what's it going to be like in a year's time. That's what I'm thinking, because it's so much fun now. Like, I haven't played a VR game for 40 hours for years. I mean, onward. Yeah. Like, obviously,
I was going to say onward and pot one, right?
Onward and pot one.
Probably...
But like a sort of like a non-competitive sort of game. I've never put 40 hours into like a proper VR game for forever, really, and it goes like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then like when Matt goes off stream, he just kind of like he goes, "Oh, I'm going to keep playing," and he like sits there, he just goes around and starts building buildings and doing his OCD stuff. So it's really addictive, but
it's got that it's got that Skyrim Red Dead Redemption thing where you're riding along. Right, I'm going into town and I'm going to kill the sheriff. Oh, look at that. And then you go off and then look at that. And that's just basically what happens to you, isn't it? It's exactly like,
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I was streaming on their Steam page today, and I was doing the same thing. I was like, okay, guys, I'm going to show you this, because obviously I'm flying around. So like, so here's the pyramid. This is what you do. Here's the volcano. But I didn't want to show them too much. And, this is the different dungeons, whatever. And that happened as well. I was streaming and then flying along, and it's like, you listen to the music. It's so cool, the music, and you just get lost and you forget what you're doing. And I was like, hold on, guys, what am I doing again? It's like you lose yourself in the game. Like it's so nice, and like even if I've sat there with one of the developers and just sat on the floor and just started chatting for like an hour, like in the woods. It's really weird. Yeah, it's gonna be out, I think, next year, like fully, but they're patching it like sometimes 3-4 times a day. Yeah. As soon as someone's got an issue, they patch it straight away. So it's really good. Like devs are really cool. So
So we didn't realize this, but we were playing like the multiplayer. I hosted a server and Surge jumped in, and we were playing, and there was like I was trying to get to do this quest, and there was like this weird problem. We won't go into the details. So Surge was contacting the devs like live and saying, "Oh, by the way, we're having this problem," and they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't be playing that." That's not part of what you should be doing. And we were like, oh, right, okay. But a couple of days later, they fixed it.
Yeah, they fixed it,
Yeah, they fixed it. So that's the kind of... The two guys, if you haven't seen it yet, it's OMFG Dude and Chickens Arise. And Surjical's done an interview with them in Neos on his channel. So if you want to have the epitome of enthusiasm... watch that video, because those two are they're proper geeks. They're proper geeks.
I'm getting them on hopefully this week again to do an update for everyone about the game and where it's going and stuff. So should be good, man. And with the multiplayer, they say so around 4 or 5 people, and you can do more. So whoever the host is of the game has to have the beefier PC. That's what it revolves around.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
It's great fun. Yeah, I've done about 100 hours, and I'm still going. I was playing today, and because I fly everywhere, so I was low flying, and I was like, I've never seen that lake before, or those streams, and then I dropped in it, and I go, there's a waterfall, and I was like, let me just go up there a bit, and there was like a hidden chest in there, like really slightly hidden behind the waterfall. It's one of those adventure games.
I know exactly what Shoeey's thinking. He's thinking, oh my god, this is World of Warcraft for me all over again.
This is gonna it's one of those games. If I had the time, I would probably lose myself in something like this, because I love to lose myself in fantasy games. I there's nothing better than losing yourself in a game like this. But unfortunately, with real life and the channel and actual work, like this weekend between Friday and Sunday, I did 47 hours work, because that's just my job. It is ridiculous. Like Mac, you've been on call. It's just one of those things where like nothing else exists other than work and sleep.
It's horrible.
I get that.
It's horrible.
I should be able to get you a key, mate. So
yeah, please, because I would like to give it a try, and then obviously I'll be messaging you being like, for fuck's sake, Surge, I'm not even going to work at this point. I've lost my job. My wife has left me.
Well, why don't we ask Weeble for a key?
Taking the kids.
Why don't we ask Weeble for a key? Because he's probably won another one somewhere. You know what he's like.
Yeah, Weeble, the
Don't
key
worry.
winner, but yeah.
We've got... sorry, I was just getting my chat back up again.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, let's go through the chat, and then we'll go over any other games that we've been playing, and then we'll move on to some more news, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Okay, so chat, what we got?
So you shout out first.
Okay, so Slow Coach has joined. He said the 2D footage doesn't do it justice. It looks much better in game,
It does,
which
yeah.
I assume you can contest to. Like all VR games, it's not something that that will ever the flat screen just cannot ever do it justice. It doesn't matter how bad it looks on the screen. When you get in there, like it can look like Lawnmower Man on a 2D screen, and the moment you step in, it looks like Ready Player One.
Yeah, I'm going to use an example here. There's a game on Steam, and it's really, really good. If you get a chance to check it out, it's called Arcade, and it is literally Lawnmower Man graphics.
Yeah.
But the gameplay is
fantastic.
amazing. Yeah, it's an incredible game. Yeah, so absolutely brilliant.
Shoeey, I just messaged the devs. I've got you a key. I've got a key to give away to the chat as well.
Amazing.
They're on the ball, man, trust me.
All right,
Please
say
do,
thank
yeah.
you from me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're getting divorced, you're losing your house, you're losing your job, and your kids are going to leave you.
But at least I've got my PC and a brand new RFVR key.
That's
so,
right. And
I'm
us.
sure it will get me. And you
us.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I assume no, because if once I'm playing that game, I'm not appearing on the podcast again. I'll be too busy playing.
We can do it. We can do it in game.
Or we could do a
As our
podcast
characters.
in game. That would be awesome. Actually, we should try that. The
Yeah,
other thing I wanted to. Sorry, you carry on, Serge, because that was actually an interesting thought.
Yeah, we could fly to. There's a massive castle, like kind of in the middle of the map towards the coast. We can stand on top of that. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% up for that, man. Even if we do like half the podcast, would be awesome.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to point out is that Henry was actually saying about how the heat is affecting Quest 2s.
All right.
Okay.
Because he said, have you experienced headset Quest 2 specifically bombing out with overheating? I played with Crash the other night, good old dunce cap Crash.
Little flag!
And it kept rebooting on touch. It was boiling hot. Also, I went through 2 power banks. Well, obviously, if you heat up electronics, it requires more power and it will draw more power.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, in this heat, like I've played in this heat in the last sort of day and a half, I've only put on my headset for a couple of hours, and that was today. But then I am sitting here with AC and a fan. So I didn't experience many problems, but I can see like it's almost passive cooling, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the Quest 2, it's not quite, but it's almost.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I can quite see. You know, there was a video that came out about 6 months ago. There's someone who had water cooled an entire Quest 2, and that might be the future now.
That was Thrill
because
Seeker.
apparently, the UK is just the Sahara now.
That's right. Says the man who's sitting here with a fan blowing on his legs because he's got like the backs of his knees are sweaty. Right, so
I've got to share
chat.
this before I forget. I've got to share this, right? Because my missus, she works looking after special needs children, and she was like, "Oh yeah, like there's no AC, those poor kids and everything, and you just got like underboob sweat the entire time." And I was just like, "Yeah, but that's not the same. Like men have it much worse." And she's like, "How do men have it much worse?" And I was like, "You have never walked around with your scrotum attached to your leg for an entire day." And she was just like, What do you mean? I was like, think of it like this. It's like, you know, imagine the scrotum, like if you throw an egg at a window, it's that attached to your leg the entire day.
I tell you what you should have done. You should have just put your hand down your trousers, got a little sample of ball sweat, and just gone like that.
That's grim.
Anyway, that's his foreplay
right.
for tonight.
So I've got Sim in the chat. I've got Nebadoo in the chat. I've got Space Denizen. I've got Zenquility. I've got Quentin Cruz. Say hi, dude. AppG. Yes, AppG. I want your Discord name. Just go on my Discord. You've won a key for the RFVR. I'm trying to give it to you. Right, there you go. I'm all up to date. So, what game do you want to talk about?
I would like to talk about what other games we've been playing this week.
Right.
If anyone, I assume Surge has not left RFVR in 6 months at this point.
Would you like to know what I've been playing?
I'm going to guess that you've been playing a game very similar to the game that I've been playing, Mac, as well. But I'm not sure if we're allowed to talk about it.
I'm going to play the trailer. Right? I'm going to play the trailer.
Okay.
So I'm going to pause it there and give you a chance to...
Hang on. Hang on. I need to turn mine off. We'll play them at the same time and see if we're talking about the same thing.
I'm fucking hoping we are. Otherwise, your stream's going to get a completely different view of what my stream's seeing.
Right, okay. Is the trailer 1 minute and 4 seconds long?
It certainly is.
Yes, it is. Okay. So,
right.
Yeah, we've been playing the same thing. Are we allowed to play this? That is the question.
No, this is the trailer. Right? Fine. The trailer's out.
Yeah. We definitely haven't been playing this, guys. Just before, to preface this.
Yeah. There is an embargo, so we're not allowed to put content out.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean we can't talk about it, does it?
It hopefully doesn't, no. So I think we should play the trailer and then we should talk about it.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Have you got the trailer ready?
The trailer is ready. You count us in.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, fuck. I clicked play on my fucking OBS.
Well, mine's playing.
Mine's playing now.
I wish my water was vodka now.
Okay, so that game comes out
Thursday.
This Thursday,
6 o'clock in the UK.
And yeah, I've only, because I've been working, I only got given the key on Friday or Saturday, and I planned to play it as much as I could last night, but I was called out all night, so I played it for the small amount of time I had available today, and it is everything that I wanted it to be. Because it doesn't need to be much. It just has to be
more Moss.
Slightly better than Moss.
And
it has Quill in it.
There was two games that came out about the same time. There was Lucky's Tale on Quest, and there was Moss on PSVR. I played Lucky's Tale and I really enjoyed it, but Lucky's Tale is more of a kind of Banjo-Kazooie type of game, a bit more bright, colourful, bouncy. Moss was, I wouldn't say it's not serious. The story's good. You know, you basically, your little protagonist is a mouse, for God's sakes. It can't be that serious. But when you first meet Quill, you're like, oh, could she be any more gorgeous and cute and funny?
And then she high fives you, and then you're just like, yes, she could be.
In Moss 2, have you continued the high fives?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, why wouldn't I? Every time she gives me the option, I'm just like, yes, we're high-fiving Quill.
Don't let, yeah. Let that be a surprise. It's I think this is a system seller. I think they should push the fuck out of this game because
yeah, definitely.
I'm not going to go into the intimate details because there is an embargo, but that is one of the slickest launch day games I've ever played. I mean, I've finished it, right? I put a bit more time into it than you have.
How many hours?
I got stuck. Right? I got stuck on this puzzle, and I was like,
he's embarrassed now.
I am, because what happens if you've played Moss, you know that you're the reader, and Quill is there in front of you, and you are presented with a room. Usually, sometimes she does a bit of a travel, and you get presented a room, and there's a puzzle, or there's combat. So a third of the game is the beautiful story with the books. A third of the game is combat, which is good fun. It's really good fun. And a third of the game is puzzle solving, unless you're me. And then 2/3 of the game is puzzle solving because you just sit there like a big dumb twat going, I got stuck. So I think it took me 8 hours, but I would say probably 7 if your cognitive abilities are slightly better than mine. So it's a longer game.
9 for me then.
Yeah, it's a longer game than Moss. Because I think I finished Moss in about 5 hours.
Yeah, I think it was about 5,
yeah.
Maybe 5.5.
So it's quite...
honestly, half an hour of that was high fives.
Oh, so... yeah, absolutely. Half an hour of that is going, where are the fucking scrolls at? Are there any scrolls? Because the thing about Moss is that it's a seated game, right? You are a reader and you have these like glowing hands, and you can control objects, some objects, you can control some enemies. You can heal Quill, you can give her weapons, you can change her armor, which I don't think actually makes any difference, does it? I don't think it changes her stats.
I don't think it does.
No, I don't think it. I think it's just like whichever one you prefer.
Which I'm kind of happy with, actually, because I hate being forced into a situation where I don't like how my character looks.
Yeah, yeah.
I would rather it just be a cosmetic.
Yeah, it is. There's no difficulty levels. There's just one difficulty level. There are multiple save slots, and there are collectibles. And I compare it to like a sort of 3D virtual reality Metroid, where you can see a scroll and you think, how the fuck do I get up there? And then you get the ability and you go, yeah. Right, yeah. Which is what I like, because the initial castle is like your kind of hub, and you keep going back there, and there's like scrolls all over, and you're like, how do I get up there? But yeah, it's yeah. It's a system seller.
We've got bots in the chat. Sorry.
Oh shit, yeah, so have I.
Yeah, no.
Weeble, can you deal with the bots, please, mate?
Chat. Yeah, get rid of that naked HD crap.
Oh, I've seen that everywhere, like all over the place, even on like Twitch and stuff.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Henry, the embargoes aren't exactly the same as NDAs. They're nowhere near as strict.
No.
Basically, an embargo is like no one realistically should release any content for that game, like reviews and let's plays and things, until a certain date. If you did, they wouldn't be able to do anything about it. All they would do is say, right, this guy's been a complete arsehat, and we're not going to give him any more keys.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's not quite an NDA. It's more of a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah. Whereas like I've signed NDAs, and they're like, it's like the legal document, and you're like thinking, fucking hell, I just signed my children away. I'm
still under 2 NDAs right now.
Yeah.
That are like actual. We will sue you.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm fairly certain that at least one of those is never going to happen. Like, I'm under an NDA for it. It's a really cool idea, but I haven't heard anything about it in 9 months. So I'm fairly certain that that's just dead in the water. Yeah. And I'm hoping that, because the NDA lasts for 2 years, and then I can talk about it, and people will be like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
No, so with the embargo, I mean, I've got a review coming out, and I'm in the middle of filming and scripting it now, so I don't want to say too much that's gonna people are gonna say, well, Mac already said that on the podcast. But
Yeah,
I honestly think, like Resident Evil, this is a system seller. That doesn't necessarily make it a great game, but we'll get to that in the review.
When I first started playing with Surge on Population 1, this would have been March, April 21, you mentioned something to me that truly blew my mind, right? And that was, so we were playing Pop 1, and I was saying, right, we'd been playing for 4 hours straight, and I was getting exhausted. I hadn't been for a piss, I hadn't had a drink, I hadn't had a smoke, my legs were fucking killing me. And you said to me, actually, I sit down and play.
Yeah.
And honestly, it blew my mind, because I hadn't even considered the idea of sitting down to play Pop 1, let alone any other game in VR. But of course, Moss is a seated game. And the reason why I agree so much with your system seller argument is because there are so many people that would be able to play this game that are either differently abled, or they struggle with VR movement or VR sickness. They don't have their VR legs yet.
Yeah.
And so, I completely agree with you.
So this is something that's going to come out in the next couple of weeks. So my wife has no interest in VR at all. I played Moss Book 2, and I said, in my head I was like, I'm gonna give her the game, I'm gonna give her the headset, I'm gonna give her the game, and I'm gonna cast the TV, and I'm gonna film what she does, because she was a gamer. She used to play a lot of Streets of Rage and Streets of Rage 2 with me way back in the old days. I know.
Yeah, Mega Drive days, mate.
Yeah, Mega Drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage 2. Oh God, absolutely fantastic. So she knows what buttons do, but the fact that you're sitting down and the headset is there, and basically the only thing you have to do in Moss is lean forward sometimes and pick up an enemy or pick up something. It's such a genius idea. It's so good. It's so good. Sorry, we've kind of excluded Surge from this.
Yeah, I apologise.
Sorry, Surge.
Man. I haven't played Moss. I saw it when it came out. It's always been in my radar, but it's like, what, 25 quid for a 4-hour experience or something?
It is, yeah.
It's not even that expensive in Thailand, yeah. So I think I've always been waiting for a sale, but it just never goes on sale. So it's a really good. It must be a really good game.
It never goes on sale on its own, but it does go on sale in packs. So it generally goes on sale with things like Fisherman's Tale.
Yeah. And
there's a game called Alice something or other. They're all very similar games. They're all seated experiences, and they usually come up for £30-35 for all three. So that's a reasonable deal. The other thing is I think I picked up Moss along with Fisherman's Tale and a bunch of other stuff in a Steam sale at one point. I think I paid £17 for the lot.
Yeah, it's actually discounted right now. I think it's reduced from 21 to 15. I can't remember whether it was on Steam or whether it was on the Oculus store, but I did check it out today for part of my review, and it is actually discounted right now. And I'm guessing when Moss Book 2 comes out, it'll get even more heavily discounted.
Hopefully they'll do a bundle of them too as well.
Stevian 1969, thank you, my friend. Got a new subscriber. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Oh, hey, dude.
Hey, Steve.
Welcome to the podcast, my man.
Welcome to the madness. Right, so we've talked about Moss 2.
Yeah, what else? Have you been playing anything else other than RFVR?
No, nothing for the past a month or so. That's it, mate.
Right, so Kayak VR released last week as well.
Yeah, which is what Slow Coach pointed out in my chat. He was like, yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Serge, you did a video on Kayak, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, what was that, 2 years ago, a year ago? Something like that.
No, I think it was almost 6 months ago, yeah.
No,
because you got me access.
Yeah, ages ago. Yeah, this was ages ago. Yeah. I played it, and it was brilliant. Even before, while it was like a demo mode, I did the first level, which is You go down the canyon.
It's a canyon in Australia, yeah.
Yeah, it's just amazing, man. And I've seen videos of you play it and other people, and like when it came out, it's just like on Twitter and Discord, everyone's just saying buy the game, buy the game, buy the game.
Yeah.
So
it's so chill. It's have you played it, Shoeey?
I've played the demo. On the Steam Fest, I think it was a few weeks ago, but I haven't played the official full version yet. Right, okay. It's on the list of things to do when I get a week off.
A week off, yeah. I've played. The devs have very kindly gave me early access to the full release build. So basically, you've got the canyon in Australia, you have the fjords in Norway, you have Antarctica, not Arctica, because somebody said, I was like, oh look, the Aurora Borealis, and somebody said, it's not the Aurora Borealis, it's the Aurora.
Oh Jesus!
Exactly. So apparently, in the Arctic, it's the Aurora Borealis, but in the Antarctic, it's the Aurora something else. Anyway, and they've also added a new tropical island, so you can paddle round the island, and you can also paddle into the jungle, like through these little river systems. And it uses photogrammetry, which is the first thing I have to say is it just looks unbelievable. It's like it is literally, you get in the kayak and the first thing you do is you go, what? And the kayak has plenty of like options. You can I used to be in the water rescue team when I was in the fire brigade, so I was used to an offset paddle, and you can have an offset paddle. You can put your controllers on the end of a broom shank and have proper paddles. You can have arcade.
I have an accessory coming to me that I'm waiting to play.
Oh no!
I have an accessory being shipped to me that is a Beat Saber stick.
Oh, cool! Yeah, like the Darth Vader ones.
Stick this on. Yeah, I'm gonna stick this on and I'm gonna play Kayak VR. That's how I'm gonna pitch this device.
There is an option in the options to actually say that you have your controllers attached to a pole, and you can offset them. I haven't done it yet. I've got one in the garage. I'm going to do it because I need to play that game. So there's like sort of open world where you can just paddle, which is what I like to do. Just like go for a paddle, and it really is a good workout for your shoulders. It's absolutely knacked my shoulder because you are literally doing this while you're paddling, and also if you lean while you're paddling, it changes the pitch of the boat. So that's if you understand how kayaks work, that if you can like lean into a turn, so that all works. And that's just in arcade mode. There's also a simulation mode. I haven't got into that yet. And then it's an asynchronous multiplayer. So it's not multiplayer yet. It is coming, but you can race against your friends as a ghost.
That seems to be a really common thing in a lot of VR games being released at the moment, because Omega Pilot also did asynchronous multiplayer, and although I like the idea of it, I think it's good for competitive games for playing against randomers around the world to try and be the best in the world. And it's like not being able to play against your friends is kind of. I want to just chill out with my mates. I want to be able to chill out with my wife in Costa Rica or Australia. Yeah, that's what I want.
It's like I mean I'm a big sim racer, and one of the big things I really liked to do was time trial, and asynchronous multiplayer is a big thing in time trialing. So obviously you pick ghosts to race against. So I'll maybe like be ranked 100 in the world. I'll pick the guy who's ranked 90, and I'll try and catch him. And then if I catch him, I'll get the guy who's ranked 80. So yeah, but multiplayer is coming apparently. I've spoken to the guy Better Than Life on Twitter. Hello, if you're watching. Yeah, it's an amazing game.
Slow coach. I don't think you can, as far as I'm aware. He asked, "Can you change the kayak to an inflatable?" I'm going to assume not.
No, you can't.
Because it would change how everything felt. Oh, apparently Stevie Dan already had me. Oh, that's pretty cool, dude.
Oh, Apg's just said there's a 35% discount on Moss, the original Moss on Steam.
Oh, yeah. cheers. Okay, yeah. I was just Kayak's on discount as well at the moment as well. So
yeah,
it's like 15% off. Yeah, so it's £16.99 at the moment. It's normally £19.99 pounds. So
okay,
that's a good price for what you get. I mean, I just did the demo, like I said, but I know the actual game's going to be like brilliant. So
yeah, I may have to pick that up during the sale. That just seems too good. Same with there. In fact, we're going to go on to this. We're going to move on to the Steam VR Fest anyway, and talk about the prices and things on there.
Can we talk about the significance first?
Significance of what specifically?
Steam VR Fest, the very first.
Yes. But I would like to introduce a segment into the podcast.
Oh no.
The segment, is like I'm fairly well known for on TikTok more than YouTube, but also on YouTube for doing specifically stuff to do with free gaming.
Okay.
So I would like to introduce a free game of the week segment.
Okay.
Because I like there is so many free games available on Quest 2 and Steam that I genuinely feel like if you didn't want to spend a single penny after buying your headset, you would never be able to stop playing and you would never get bored because there is just that much stuff out there for you to experience without buying any of the new games.
You pick your free game and I'll pick my free game because we're kind of excluding Surge here because he only does Murmur Index and they don't have free games.
They do.
Steam does.
They do.
Yeah.
Steam has tons of free games.
I don't play free games. I just buy like the full price games and just never play them. So do the complete opposite.
I mean, at least you're doing what every other Steam user does.
Yeah.
Because I have a library of over 1,000 games, and I definitely haven't played 1,000 games on Steam.
Yeah.
Okay, so are there any free games that you've played, even in the last couple of months, that you would recommend for Steam?
Me or Mac?
Yeah, you.
No, you.
No. I can't remember the last time I played a free game, to be honest.
Okay. So I'll start then with my free game of the week, which is a game that I played with Mr. Clickster. Fun with the Clicks.
Fun with the Clicks.
We jumped on together last Tuesday, I want to say, in order to play a game called The Rack, which is come out. It's been released in the last 3 or 4 weeks, I think, and it's a 8-ball pool game. And there are several free 8-ball pool games for the Quest. This one is fantastic.
Cool.
It's fairly new, and there are some elements to it that are really janky. But there are 2 elements to it that is done phenomenally well. The first one is that it uses Ready Player Me avatars and has a full inbuilt system for creating your Ready Player Me avatar and saving it within the game itself, which I've not seen on any other platform and any other game. So you can just walk in there, and if you haven't tried the Ready Player Me avatars, they are fantastic, honestly.
Yeah.
They can be fully tracked from head to toe. They've got fully movable facial features if you've got the ability to track facial features. They've got tons and tons of customization within them, and you can create multiples of them, and they look really good. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the multiplayer is done really well. You actually, similar to what's that game? There's a Forever Bowling. You create a hosted system, and then you can just throw out your key, and people can jump in, and they're in that place. It feels very much like a dark and dingy bar, like an old snooker bar. And you've got 2 tables that people can play at the same time. And you've got a YouTube screen up on the wall, so you can stick like YouTube videos and music and everything on while you play.
Oh, cool.
There's 8-ball and 9-ball pool. There's even an ELO system built in, which is just fantastic. So me and once you get used to it, because it's a bit awkward to work out how to play it. But if you're like Clickster and keep having problems with your tracking, then it's almost impossible to play.
And that's why you liked it, because you beat Clickster. Because you're the most competitive person I've ever met.
because it was best to 3, and like 2 of the games, because neither of us knew how to play it very well, it took us nearly an hour and a half to play 2 games of pool. But it was still fantastic. A really good time. Really enjoyed it. It's available on App Lab. It's completely free. Yeah, go check it out. You can even place wagers, by the way, on your games. Like, there's in-game currency that you can use to bet with. That is not easy to come by, so it actually does have a value to it. But yeah, no, that one's really good. If you fancy having a night with your friends, like 3 or 4 friends, all sitting around just playing some pool and having a laugh, that one's well worth it.
Okay. So mine's a bit of a cheap shot, actually. It's Pavlov Shack. Now, the reason I think the Pavlov Shack is the greatest free game is because me and Surge, on the PC VR version, somebody did the full Call of Duty Kino de Toten level with all the upgrades, all the music, everything. You could even like put your gun in the... You'll have to remember... Oh God, 2 guys with dementia trying to remember what it's called. What's it called where you put your gun in the thing and it turns it into a more powerful version? Eh?
Pack-a-punch.
Pack-a-punch, yeah. So I must admit, I was like a bit of a Call of Duty veteran, but I'd never really played zombies. But you, Serge, you played a lot of zombies, hadn't you? So how close... Yeah. How close was the Pavlov... This isn't the Pavlov Shack version, man. This is the PC VR version. But how close was it to the real thing?
Pretty close. I mean, obviously the guns are different. But yeah, like they had the gobble gun machines, they had the pack-a-punch, they had electricity, it had all the drinks and stuff. So very, very close. And you do go in there and you'd be like, wow, I'm actually in Kino de Toten. So yeah.
It was really good. Remember that crazy French guy who had the fully upgraded Gatling gun? And he was just, he had some sort of electricity upgrade. So when the zombies touched him, they died. And he was just stood in the middle of the theatre, just laughing at me and you because we were like hiding. And all the zombies were like, dead.
Yep. Yeah, that's electric cherry it's called. So when you reload it, it's electric shock. Yeah. I love zombies. It makes me want to play it, you know.
So that can be done on Quest because it's just a mod.
Yeah, as long as you can find the right server for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you guys, Mac? I don't think you have.
Pardon me.
I don't know whether or not Surge has. Have you played the PavZ mod on Pavlov?
No, I saw the update, but I never played it. No.
Okay, we need to do a stream one night where all 3 of us jump on that because it is truly fantastic. It is DayZ in VR.
Oh, fantastic!
Where you spawn and all you have is the sawed-off double-barrel shotgun with 2 with 2 cartridges. That's all you have when you start. And you start in a place where I think there are 4 different spawn points on the map. I think there are like 10 to 20 people per server, and you spawn in, and the idea is like you can either try and make friends with people, and bear in mind, unless you're in really close proximity, you can't see their name. So even if you see me, the likelihood is we're going to end up shooting each other. But you can get these little tags that show where your friends are on the map and things. But yeah, you just go around and all of the crates give you a random item. And it could be body armor, it could be a pistol, it could be a grenade. It's very sort of battle royale style like that, as in like the movie. Like it's all very random. And not only have you got the people to defend against, but the whole place has constantly spawning in zombies. And the further out from the populated areas you get, the more zombies appear. And the higher, like, the more armed you are, more zombies appear as well. They don't tend to come into the populated areas as much unless you've gone out and come back into the populated areas. But you've also got the ability, once you've killed enough, to actually call in, like, a drop, which has, like, fully upgraded weapons and everything. And then you have, like, the whole map goes absolutely ballistic because obviously you're all standing back and like some people will be standing there with pistols trying to fucking snipe these people that are down there by the drop, and it's so good. I've lost so many hours to that mod.
Sounds brilliant because the game that I game that I do miss playing the most, like PC, is I love DayZ. DayZ's brilliant. So how big is the map? Is it like a big map then?
It takes about, if you were to walk it, it would probably take you 20 minutes to walk across.
Oh,
So
that's
it's not,
big enough.
yeah, no, it's more than big enough, and there are plenty of hills. It's a desert. It's a desert map. There are plenty of hills. There are plenty of high ridges and lowlands, and then you've got a main city in the middle, which is less city, more town, and then you've got a couple of outlying towns, and then you've got some other buildings, random buildings in sort of strange places.
That
and
sounds
then
like a
right
really
next
good
to the main
stream.
city, you've got a big sort of lagoon type bit as well, which you obviously don't really want to drop into, and it is so much fun. If you're going to play with your friends, you really need to have Discord running, because there's no way you're finding your friends otherwise. Like, you're gonna accidentally shoot them in the face. I've had some of the biggest laughing fits I've ever had in that game, because if you find people that are up for it and somebody has a revolver and you're just like, right, time to play Russian roulette, boys.
I heard you mention it before, actually. Yeah, I need to give it a go.
Yeah.
I need to give it a go. Somebody said to say that I like Aircar as a free game. So yeah, Aircar.
I can see that. Aircar's a great free game.
Yeah, PokerStars. PokerStars.
PokerStars, yeah.
That's
great laugh.
No.
No.
I know it's fake money, but I have a serious same as I have a problem with competition. I have a serious problem with gambling.
Oh damn. Okay. But yeah, that sounds great. I mean, I'll have to look at. I looked at a trailer or something, and but one of those games, I need to jump in and try it. Because Pavlov, last time I played was with you, Mag, like a year ago.
Oh crikey, yeah. I mean, we did a stream of Kino to Token. It's one of my most watched streams, but it got demonetized because of the assets and the music. Damn.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, let's organise that. Let's do a DayZ PCVR, PCVR night. We can get some people, whoever has PCVR available, and they have Pavlov. Then let's jump in and do it, man. I think that would make. I think people would enjoy that. So that's definitely on the list.
It's on the list. See, shoot.
Yep.
Surgy, write things down. When you get to owl rage or brain capacity, you need to write things down.
So pretend that you've written it down. Pretend you've written it down, and then just let Mac organise it. It's fine.
Yep. I've let Moneypenny know. It's all good.
Fuck me, we're screwed because I'll forget as well.
Okay, so let's move on then. We've done our 3 games. We've had Aircar, Pavlov, and we had the Rack. There are 3 free games of the week. The one thing I will say before we move on is get Pavlov Shack now if you only have a Quest 2, because it probably won't be free for long, because it is moving out of beta soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, so let's move on then. You wanted to talk about just how monumental Steam VR Fest is. This is the first Steam VR Fest that we've ever had.
It is. It is. It is monumental because at least Steam have said, okay, there's this thing happening. It's only 3% of the people who play on Steam, but we think this might be important. Steam always release their VR user stats every single month. At the current rate, 60% of people are using Meta headsets, Oculus headsets, Rift S, Quest, and Quest 2, which is nearly at 50% of all Steam VR users are using a Quest. The Mindex has had a spurt, and it's holding its own at about 17%. And then you've got all the other headsets that nobody's really...
Including the PSVR.
Yeah, that's really weird. It's 0.3% of all Steam users are PSVR users. So that makes me excited for PSVR 2.
Yeah.
But if you're using your PSVR 2 on Steam, then you lose the eye tracking, which means you lose the foveated rendering.
Yeah. So just wanted to point out, because this is part of Steam VR Fest, and it's something that I think Slow Coach just pointed out, is that Pavlov on Steam at the moment is actually 80% off.
89. I just saw that. Yeah,
£3.
Yeah.
Buy it.
It is 80. Okay, it is £3 currently.
So
like $5.
Even if you only jump into the stream and play PavZ with us once for a couple of hours, that's 3 hours of entertainment. Go and buy it now. It's so
Pavlov's
good.
definitely worth it.
But the thing about Pavlov is there's so much other. You've got all the World War II maps. You've got all of the Call of Duty maps. It's just wow.
Yeah, there's a ton of fun to be had in Pavlov.
There is.
So yeah, Steam VR Fest. You're right. It is massive. Like people like Surge who are fully into the PC VR side of things. This has got to be a massive pull for you. I mean, oh, there's my dog wandering around. This has got to be big for you, right?
Yeah. I was just looking at. Have you guys? There's a lot of good games on sale. I'm just looking now. Have you had any experience with that Punji VR, which is the Vietnam polygon kind of game? How's that? Because it just came out, didn't it?
It's so I tried the demo that came out a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not sure if it's because I'm using a Quest to play it rather than a dedicated system like the Index. But to predicate this, I've been pretty excited about this, and I've been following this guy for months on Twitter.
Yeah.
He's been putting updates all over the place. It's a single dev, and I was really excited about it because I really liked D-Day. I don't know if you played D-Day, which is also a low-poly World War II game. I actually quite liked that. It was a bit of fun. It wasn't too serious. But yeah, I played this, and it was a little bit janky. Like, I expected it to be janky. But if it was magnificent game, like expected jank, but then it was like a little bit under the expected jank, so I was a bit disappointed with it. But he is constantly updating it, so I've got fingers crossed for that one.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, I played that D-Day game as well.
Yeah.
So that's
there's a game, like, so I'm just looking through. So I'm just going to quickly give people a quick. Before I want to talk about what I want to talk about. Right, VTOL VR is 20% off. Pavlov is 80% off. Zenith The Last City is 30% off. That's pretty good. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, that's 45% off. After the Fall is 40% off. Onward is not discounted.
Weird.
6-year-old game. Half-Life Alyx is 50% off. Right? Yeah. If you have a PC that's capable of doing VR and you haven't played Half-Life Alyx, go and spend £23 of your English pounds or $23 of your United States dollars on Half-Life Alyx and experience the best game in VR.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Game's epic. Yeah.
It's still, 2 years after release, it's still head and shoulders above everything else you've ever played. And you can only experience it by playing it because you don't believe me that it's that good. Right. Okay, I'm just quickly scrolling down.
Good, big picks off of this. You've obviously mentioned VTOL. I think that even though it's reasonably old, I mean it's May 25th, 2017. I think Super Hot, if you haven't played it in VR, is a good pickup for $7.99. I think
I hated that game.
I really enjoyed it.
I hated it. Honestly, I did. I just I don't know. It just didn't. I just didn't like. So I played Pistol Whip, and somebody said to me, "Oh, if you like Pistol Whip, you like Super Hot." I was like, "Oh, okay."
They're
Got
very
Super Hot.
different.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but no, I just didn't gel with it. Don't know why.
Okay.
Sorry.
See, I played it originally on Nintendo Switch. Actually, I didn't get around to it for quite a while, and then I played it on Switch.
All right.
And I really enjoyed it. Like, I really enjoyed it flat screen. And then when I got my headset, I was like, "Oh, I get to try this in VR. Like, that's got to be a hell of a lot better." And the fact that after playing it for the first time for 3 hours, and it was quite early on into buying my Quest 2, my legs were killing me. Because you have to move yourself into these fucking weird positions in order to get out of things, and you're having to hold. It's like strength training.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the? There's a game that's on my radar. I think you might like it, Mac. It's called Kartcraft. Seen that one? It's go-kart racing.
Oh no, I haven't.
And you like build your own go-karts and stuff like that. It looks, it's overwhelmed with, well, very positive. A lot of reviews, man. I keep looking at it. But you've got the sim rig, haven't you? So
I have, yeah.
It's KARTKRAFT, and it's like a VR. It looks pretty cool, man. Like go-karting in VR. I think that'd be wicked. The graphics look good as well.
I think the Shoeey wants to talk about a game that's caught his eye. Operation Lovecraft. We did say we were going to talk about boob physics.
Yeah, no. Okay, it's in the upcoming section, right? Or is it in the free demo section? It was in one of these. I can't see it now. It's not coming up. So obviously, because I'm not signed into the website, it hasn't picked up my usual type of game, which apparently is boob physics.
Trailer is currently playing on my stream.
Hang on, I'm just gonna actually search for it.
It's also got very nice bot physics as well. I mean, I say bot, I don't mean bots. I mean bottoms. Why can't
I find it?
It's just ridiculous.
I've seen some really proper explicit like VR games where you can sync them to your like toys and stuff, and like it's crazy stuff, man.
Oh, a bit of teledildonics. Yeah, we like a bit of teledildonics.
And then people put reviews on this wasn't any good. It just didn't make me jizz enough, and I don't know. People put weird reviews on there.
Amazing.
I'm 89 years old and I only came twice. Like, fucking hell, you're still alive, you lucky bastard.
I think because I'm not signed in, this might have like a safe search built into it, which is not bringing up the game.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's really annoying. Okay, well, do you know what? I'm going to switch it off and I'm actually going to sign it. No, I can't sign in. That's annoying. I'm using my phone as my webcam, and my phone is also my Steam key. So yeah, I won't be able to sign in, annoyingly. So yeah, I would have liked to have spoken about the boob physics. We can still speak about the boob physics. I just won't be able to show it on my side.
Why don't you talk about the first time you encountered boob physics?
Oh, the best game, Dead or Alive 2 Beach Volleyball.
Beach volleyball.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that game. There was I don't know if you guys.
What was the Japanese guy behind it? He was a.
He must have been a strange fellow. I mean, he must have been like an average man, but a strange fellow.
I just remember there. Oh, detto te, and just the Japaneseness of it.
Did either of you used to follow an online comic called VG Cats?
No.
No. So online, it was a gaming nerd comic, where they used to just take flavor of the week games and things, and it would be with the characters of VG Cats. There was one that specifically was for Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball, and it's where a Yame is playing beach volleyball and her tits are going all over the place, and all of a sudden the physics takes over so hard that one of them just rips off and flies out of the thing and lands on the other side of the court. And I'm just like, yeah, that's basically what you expect when you've given your characters rocks as tits.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy old game, that one. So what in the let's start with the upcoming stuff, because I think that's probably the most interesting part of the Steam VR Fest, other than the cheaper games. What are you most looking forward to in this list?
Right. Red Matter 2. Because we did a live when the Quest thingy was on. We did like a live
Meta Gaming Showcase.
We did a live reaction, and even though it said PC VR, now like Red Matter is one of the best looking games on Quest 2. And even though it said this is PC VR, I was like, that looks incredible. It looks incredible. So that's the one that I'm the most excited about.
Okay, what about you, Serge?
He's Lovecraft Operation, man. I'm telling you.
Mate, I'm an expert in those kind of games, man. I watch the trailers and read the reviews and all those porn games. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, man. Right. So, I don't think it's multiplayer, but I'm looking forward to U-boat VR.
All right.
Something different. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And there's one called Prison Simulator. That looks quite good. This is like different out of the box games.
do you wake up with a bar of soap in the showers and think, "Oh my god, please don't drop this"?
I mean, if you watch the trailer,
you say that, but he's holding a camera, looking at people in the like. I'm starting to wonder whether you're not far off.
Paradox of Hope as well. Paradox of Hope.
Oh yeah, that looks really good.
Paradox of Hope.
I played the demo. It was a very brief demo, but it had give a Metro Redux or Metro 2033 vibe. That looked really good. Yeah.
How about you, Mac?
Crimson. Oh, Red Matter 2. That's what I said. That's.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I noticed how neither of you say, like, before I say what I think is like my 2 or 3 games that I'm looking forward to, I noticed that neither of you said Bone Lab.
Yep, I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Bone Lab as well. Yeah, I like Boneworks, to be honest. But I thought I'd go for some games that people haven't really heard of. So,
fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not massively looking forward to Bone Lab personally. I didn't mind Boneworks, but it's not one of those games that I spent hours and hours on. Like I did one playthrough,
same,
and that was it. Like I didn't feel like I needed to go back and play like the sandbox or anything like that.
Is that because they made you climb up a great big fucking ladder? I hated that game.
Here you go.
How many times have we talked about Boneworks?
Mag had to climb the ladder. Serge, did you climb the ladder?
Which ladder is this, at the end? Or?
The ladder at the end. We're on the ladder to nowhere. Why the fuck are we doing this?
I beat the guy, and then I got to the ladder room, and then I stopped playing. So I thought I'd already completed it. So yeah, didn't actually climb the ladder, no. What happened?
Nothing.
No, it's just right there. Okay, so there is now a third option for Boneworks. You can Mac In VR it, where you actually climb a ladder for 5 minutes straight, doing nothing else. There is the second option now, which is Surge's. I just stopped at that point
because I thought I'd won the game. Yeah.
And there is the third option, which is about a third of the way up the ladder. You can go onto a shelf, which gives you access to these suction cups, so that you don't have to fuck around with that stupid ladder anymore. You can just go plop.
Oh no way! Is there much more to that game afterwards, or was that?
There's like an hour or two. Like you didn't miss. No, there isn't. There isn't.
You missed nothing, Serge. You missed nothing. It was the worst game I've ever played. It's the only game I've played that gave me motion sickness at the time. It just, I couldn't understand why people were so excited about it. It's been discussed on the podcast. I'm not a Boneworks fan.
Okay, so there are too many games that I've realised I'm actually excited for, to the point where I'm going to go over a few of them and we can just discuss a few if you're up for that.
Okay.
So one of them, which I didn't think was coming to PC VR, I thought it was a Quest 2 exclusive, was Propagation Paradise Hotel.
Oh, I thought that was a Quest exclusive as well.
Yeah.
No, that's always been... Has it? I thought it was always PC VR as well. I didn't realise. Okay.
If you look at the alpha footage that they released of it, it was Quest 2 footage.
Oh, okay.
Right,
which surprised me.
I played the demo of Propagation on PC, but
Yep.
then it all went a bit quiet.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a great thing, and then it was free for the demo, and then they released the multiplayer, which was like £6, I think, which I didn't have anyone to play with. Boo-hoo. So I didn't bother buying the multiplayer.
World's smallest violin.
Yeah. But it's a great game to play. Like, it shits you up. I put my wife in it, and she was very, fucking scared. It was actually hilarious to watch. But yeah, no, Propagation Paradise Hotel, the alpha footage for it, if you haven't seen it, I've actually got a quick newsreel on my channel for it. It's about 3 minutes. It's the Quest 2 captured video. I don't think it says Quest 2, but it is Quest 2 that they're capturing on. Okay. And it looks really good. It's a survival zombie horror game. And yeah, no, it looks like they've put a lot of effort into it. It kind of looks like your traditional zombie survival horror. It's got definitely a lot of elements of Resident Evil in there. But yeah, it looks like it's going to scare the shit out of me, so I'm good with that. One of the other ones is VR Giants. I really like this because I love. If you haven't seen VR Giants, it's one that I've been keeping an eye on. It is not asynchronous. Is that the word I'm looking for? One person plays in VR, another person plays on console.
On console, yeah.
So the person who's in VR plays as this giant rock monster giant, and you use your giantesque stature in order to help your little friend who's playing a platformer.
It's a bit like Moss.
Yeah. It's a bit like Moss, but with a real player rather than an AI. Or you're not controlling both of them. But yeah, I think that looks really, really cool.
Okay.
The other one, which once again is another... I don't know if I'm using the word asynchronous right for this, but Davigo is another one that I've been keeping an eye on, where one person plays in VR and they are the giant that is looking to smash the little people, and the little people are running around trying to use rockets and things in order to kill the giant. And honestly, it looks like immense amounts of fun. Like, you can grab people when they're flying in midair and literally throw them off the planet, and it looks like a huge amount of fun. But I think the one that I'm probably most looking forward to, and I'm hoping you guys are going to purchase as well, is Requisition VR.
Yep.
Yes. I played the Steam Fest demo, and it was just a PvP. It was just a PvP version. So I did the tutorial, and I thought, oh, this has got potential, and then jumped into the PvP, and that was a very bad experience.
I don't care about the PvP.
No, I don't. I wanted to do the co-op stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking at this as a Left 4 Dead experience.
Yeah. It was a bad idea to release the PvP, because basically you just ended up with a bunch of twats who were just, I went through the tutorial. I thought, oh, I'm interested in this. Went into the PvP lobby, because the lobby is like an open sort of area with the bus and everything where you can sort of run around. And the squeakers were there, because obviously it was free, and I just went, no, and I never went back. But I think the game's got a lot of potential. If you get 4 or however many people you can get into the survival mode, that looks like an amazing amount of fun.
Okay, so yeah, hopefully you guys are going to purchase that when it comes out. I think it's now slated for September. It was originally meant to come out in May.
Yeah.
I think it got put back, obviously they had I don't mind when developers put games back.
I tell you what I tell you what the vibe it gave me, and it was that zombie game on the Xbox where you Dead Rising, it was called.
Oh yeah.
Oh nice, yeah.
Yeah, that's the vibe it gave me. So when I played the PvP, I was like, no. You maybe should have done the co-op first, but there might have been technical issues, so I don't know. No. So if it is Dead Rising in VR, I'm sold.
That'd be great, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the game it's asymmetric games, right?
That's the word. That's the word.
The one that I find really cool, I don't know if you played it with your kids or anything, Shoeey, but Carly and the Reaper Man, have you played that with your kids
No,
yet?
I haven't.
Oh, it's brilliant, mate. It's really good. So one of them's like, like Mario platform.
I need to take a quick comfort break.
Yeah. So yeah, like it's like a platformer, and then you have to, as they're going along, you're the giant, and then you pick up things and like make a path for them. It's like it's like puzzles as well, and then if you're a completionist, there's loads of things to collect. It's a really like under the radar game, but it's really good fun. So one's got a Xbox controller, one's in VR.
Okay, send me a link or just the name of it so that I remember, because I won't. I'm like 3 cans down at the moment.
Yeah, it's half price at the moment as well, so that's worth trying.
Awesome.
That's £7.
Is that PCVR as well? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's on Quest 2 as well. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure somehow. I'll send you the game and then look into it. I was gonna do a giveaway for a key of RFVR. So how do you want to do this? Because there's 2 of your chats and stuff, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you, man. Like, you put it out there, and we will mix and match the chats.
Okay.
How do you want to do it? Do you want to ask a question, and then we'll give it 10 minutes and see who can answer the question? If you've got a random trivia question, or do you want to put in? We could say everybody that says a certain word for the next 2 minutes will all be entered. It's up to you.
Yeah. Let's do that. Sorry. Yeah. Do that.
Okay. So what do you want the word of the day to be?
Sorry, guys. My monitor's about to turn off. Let's do Gandalf.
Gandalf. Okay.
Yes.
Everybody, for
nice.
let's say for the next 2 minutes. Let's put 5 minutes on it, I guess, so that we give enough people. And then I'll start a timer. So timer. Oh, that's interesting. Did not realize that DuckDuckGo had a timer built-in system. That's
go away.
Cool.
Go away, Weeble. Go away, Moby. You've got.
Weeble is excluded.
Go away.
Excluded from this particular giveaway.
There's quite a few people that already have the game, and I can see them, cheating bastards.
No, everyone can join. Everyone can join.
Yeah.
Like, be a gentleman about it. Give it away to whoever you want, but get more players involved. Don't hoard keys. So it's up. Everyone who puts Gandalf in the chat for the next 4 minutes and 20 seconds, you will be entered for a key for RFVR, and then maybe we'll do a night for it where we'll invite a few people in to see if we can get the multiplayer hosting and whatnot sorted.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, if you want to get the game, I'll give you a key. And then if you want to do a multiplayer, we could do it with Mac and kind of show you what to do. I started the tutorials on my channel as well.
I did see you've been doing the compendiums, right?
Yeah. But I mean, the game's just come out today, so yeah, hopefully that picks up because it's at first. If you don't do the tutorials, like if you just do the basics and then run off, it's like there's a learning curve, but then there isn't, because I just ran off into the world as well. Then it comes a point where you're like, actually, I need to know what I'm doing. So you do the quest and stuff, and yeah, you pick up quite a bit doing that.
Okay, cool.
So Mac, we just did a giveaway, mate. Everyone's writing Gandalf in your chat because we're doing the giveaway of that RFVR key between both your chats.
Okay.
Yeah, so just in case you're wondering.
Not Gandalf again.
Yeah, Gandalf again.
We've had a problem, guys. Diego Darko has just pointed out: is it Gandalf the Grey or Gandalf the White, though? No,
it has to be Gandalf the Grey.
Gandalf the Pink.
Yeah, in a previous life, what are they called? The Aola? Is that their name? The group of angels that Gandalf belongs to.
The Volva.
The Volva.
This is all going into Silmarillion crap. If you didn't manage to make your way through that one, I mean, I've read that book 4 times and I still don't fully understand the Silmarillion.
Well, you should enjoy this new Lord of the Rings of Power, then, shouldn't you?
Oh, I'm so looking forward to that.
Is that the TV show?
$1 billion.
Wow.
Yep. And I
five
tell you what,
five seasons, 10 episodes per season, 50 episodes, and they have written a beginning and end. They've written a beginning, a middle, and an end. And Amazon have said, yeah, we will fund that. So you will get, unlike all the other TV programs you've watched where they fucking wimp out in the last 2 episodes, you will get. Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, though, let's be serious here, right? Amazon would fund Lord of the Rings no matter what it was, right? Like 50 episodes of Gimli wanking, and the last episode is just him finishing, right? Amazon would fund that. $1 billion, money well spent, because Lord of the Rings is on the title. That's all anyone cares about.
They could call it Gimli Blue Balls.
I'd rather watch Arwen personally, given it.
But yeah, no, that's. Oh, hang on, I moved the timer. My bad, guys. My bad. There you go. The timer's back. Don't worry.
How do you want to? Yeah, come.
We can do the funny spinning wheel if you want.
Nobody said Gandalf on my channel.
Loads of people have.
Yeah, I was going to say you have. You've got Clueless has said it. You've got Henry has said it on your channel. You don't get 2 entries, Henry. Slow Coach has said it. Dim has said it. Stevie Dan. Simon V. This is all your channel, by the way.
No, this
it's funny. I know most of the guys actually have the game.
I've just noticed that Henry has actually said it 3 times in your chat.
He hasn't just said it as like Weeble 2 again, has he?
Yeah, Weeble Mark 2, yeah.
Right,
okay. I mean, if he actually created a new YouTube account, came in as Weeble 2.0, he'd win instantly. It's
oh, right, yes. I've like my phone, for some reason, my phone's crapped out.
18 seconds, guys. Last chance to get in on this.
Boo! 3 different accounts.
My face isn't over it, Henry. You can see the last couple of seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and there we go. We have finished the timer. So,
Jonathan Badger's done as usual. Backwards.
Yeah.
Wheel of Names, I believe this is things called.
It is Wheel of Names, yes.
Yes,
okay.
that's the one.
So, do we? Hang on. Oh, my pen's under there. Does someone want to read me out some names? So we've got Henry.
Zenquility.
What's called Zen. Clueless.
Weeble, of course, but Weeble's already got one, so why would he? Apji, you've already got one as well. Clueless Dad Gamer.
Yeah, I've got Clueless.
No.
Sim, CIM.
Sim.
Stevie Dan.
Stevie Dan.
Simon V. Simon V, you've already won a bloody.
Doesn't matter. They can get. We already said like they've just got to give it away.
Mo Beast. Yeah, Mo Beast has already. Actually, Mo Beast bought the game and then won the code and gave it to his friend, so that's fine. Mark Alexander.
Mark.
Henry, obviously. Jonathan Badger.
Badger.
I think that's it for my channel.
Okay, so let's shuffle them names a couple of times.
Weeble spelt it wrong, so he can. He always wins anyway, so for God's sakes, just say Weeble.
Right, let's shuffle that a couple of times. Click to spin. Here we go.
Put it up on screen. No, it's going to be yesterday. See.
It is Mr. Henry Van Leer from the look of things.
No!
Congratulations, my guy. Like, this was live on stream that I did this. There's no cheating. This is genuinely live. People could see it.
Oh, cool. Oh,
yeah.
Cool. All right.
Henry Van Leer, you got yourself a RFVR key, my guy.
Well done.
Nice. Well done, mate.
We'll sort you out with that at some point later today or possibly tomorrow. Cool. That's our first giveaway then for the night. Is there anything else you guys want to talk? Oh no, there was one other game. Sorry, I wanted to talk about in the Steam VR Fest. Because there's obvious ones here that I think we should talk about quickly anyway. But the one that isn't necessarily obvious is Hellsweeper VR.
Oh, I've played Hellsweeper. I did a live stream.
It looks phenomenal.
Oh, it's incredible. But the one thing is you have to have VR legs to play this, because basically I compared it to Doom Eternal. It's fast. There's guns. There's melee weapons, and you get pursued like really pursued. And there's balconies, and there's you have a grappling hook, and you just need to keep moving. You need to keep moving all the time. Turn round, bang, 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 hit, move, grapple, up, shoot. It's just the movement is, once you get the hang of it, it's crazy, but it's so good.
This looks very similar in a lot of ways to Outlier, which was another sort of roguelike game that I had really high hopes for, and it turns out was just mediocre as crap.
No, it's not like Outlier. It's not like Outlier.
Okay.
There's like an upgrade. When you get back to your hub, there's an upgrade path. You can upgrade. You can play the way you want to. You can upgrade your grappling hook. You can upgrade your sort of gun. You can upgrade. You get like swords that you can imbue with powers. It was crazy. I got a really early access to a very early build. Apparently it's changed quite a lot since I played it, but yeah, it's so good. It's really good.
Yeah, not really.
No, you go, man.
No, sorry, mate. I was just going to say, I'm not really into like roguelites and random dungeons and stuff. But I heard they're going to do like a story mode as well, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll purchase it 100% when there's a story mode. I will definitely buy it. Yeah.
But I mean, the roguelike element of it worked, and the random dungeons were pretty good, because you honestly didn't know. You come around the corner, you'd be like, oh fuck, I wasn't expecting one of those. Yeah, it was really good.
I just like random carnage.
Yeah, which is what it is.
I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's a good game.
So yeah, like the other games that I think we really should speak about, even if we don't speak about them much, we briefly touched on Bone Lab, which is obviously going to be a very popular game, more for the Quest 2 than I think PC VR. Because too many people are already shouting out for Boneworks that they will never ever get, and most of those are prepubescent teens that have seen different people play stuff on TikTok. I think honestly it's more the TikTok crowd that are going to be really big on this. But more than that, I think is something that me and Mac have definitely spoken about and said that it's going to be a content creator's wet dream, is Among Us VR.
Oh
yeah.
I'm so looking forward to that.
That's definitely something we're all going to have to stream at some point. Is this something that you would consider purchasing, Surj?
Yeah. I mean, I never really played Among Us. I played the VR version on whatever it is, VR chat.
VR chat. Yeah.
I never played the normal version. I know it's only like a quid or something, but I kind of get the gist of it, and I think, yeah, I'd play it because it'll be with all your mates, and it'll just be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
be pretty
I think
fun.
so.
When's it out?
We don't 100% know at this point in time. The official release schedule is holidays 2022.
Okay.
On Steam VR, it's just got coming soon. But yeah, this is one that same as Triple T. I'm not a fan of playing TTT with randomers. It just doesn't do
play
it for
with
me.
Your friends, because you need to know your friends, don't you?
Yeah,
I need to know that you're completely and utterly the most competitive person in the world, and if you start acting weird, you're guilty. Because you want to win. And yeah. No, I think that's going to be a good. So if you had, like, for example, if we had like me, you, Surge, Face, Clicks, other like YouTube people, like, and content creators, everybody, like people that you know, I think that's going to be like it's going to be fucking hilarious. It's going to be fucking hilarious.
I honestly see some people losing friends over this.
Yeah, absolutely. Not us, obviously, because we all live in the same house. Actually, this background, this is a green screen. We're actually all sat together.
Oh, Mac's sitting on my lap, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually sort of straddling each other, right?
Yeah.
It's like this, and they're just leaning back with cameras in their faces. That's all it is.
Yeah. There you go.
Look, I'm gonna prove it to you. I'm gonna prove it to you. You're not gonna believe this, but here we go. I'm gonna prove it to you. Oh fuck! I've locked it, haven't I? You dick. I'm so shit at these reveals. See, there we are.
There we are. What the hell
We're all actually sat next to each other. Hold on. We're all sat behind the same green screen. Do you see? Everybody wave. We're all sat behind the same green screen. Shambon.
But yeah,
Human Centipede.
Human Centipede, but we're already attached by the toes.
Camel toes. Nice.
Right.
Where's this conversation going, guys?
I don't know. It just suddenly went downhill.
There is one more game that I want to mention.
Okay.
But
I want to mention one more.
Okay, you go first then, because I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, so it unfortunately excludes Surjical again. Zero Caliber Reloaded on Quest 2 has a PvP mode, which is coming out quite soon. I've been allowed to join the early access. So I haven't played yet, but I'm really looking forward to trying it. And then next time we are on the chat, we can talk about it.
Nice. Yep. Thank you for the key, by the way, Mac. Thank you.
Yeah, I got the guy was like, "Oh, have you got any friends who are creators you want to get involved?" I was like, "Oh yeah, Clickster, PowerOn, Surjical," and he was like, "Oh right, okay." Well, Surjical's email doesn't seem to be working. I was like, "Yeah, he fucking sold his quest."
I did say to you, it's an Oculus, isn't it? I can play the PC version. And he just carried on. I thought, another dementia adventure by Mac In VR.
Okay, between the two of us, just the two of us, can't remember anything. Just the two of us, smelling of piss. Right, there you go.
Okay, yeah, so that's going to be quite fun, especially with their new weapons upgrade pack that they released.
And you can melee.
Months. Yeah. That all looks pretty sick. So I'm looking forward to that. Like Zero Caliber is one of my favorite games, man.
Oh, it's great.
It was great. I did like the campaign. It was brilliant. It was real good fun.
I reckon we should probably do a bring it back night and run through some of the campaigns, like because we could grab Face or Crash or for a PCVR session and do a 4-player, because I've never actually played it 4-player. I've played it 2-player. I think I might have played it 3-player, but I've never played it 4-player.
I think me, Surge, Face and Fire played the PCVR 4-player campaign, and just whack it up to the highest difficulty. It was just hilarious because people are like, you die and then you spawn straight back, and then because you're still being shot at by the same person, you die straight away again, and then it's just so much fun. It was just it's good fun. So
the last game that I want to mention on the coming soon titles for the VR Fest is Samurai Slaughterhouse. Mm-hmm. And the reason I want to mention this is, honestly, it's not the best game that I've tried.
No.
However, it is one person with a dream and a hope, and they are obviously super into their Japanese culture, and this game has gone so far into that, and he has gone so far in the past year. He did the level design, the game design, the music design. Everything is from the ground up designed by him, and this is all he does now. I think he actually quit his job and became a full-time developer on this.
Yeah.
And like I really do think for somebody that has gone from literally nothing to creating their game and realizing their dream, this is something to watch, because these sort of games are what we want to see from VR, because they hit a very specific niche in VR that I think we need more of that stuff.
Yeah, so the first thing for me was when I played the demo, the art style is incredible, because it has that who's the guy who did the comic book 300? Frank Miller. Frank Miller? Yeah. It has that Frank Miller black and white red sort of aesthetic
type of job.
Yeah, it's just incredible. So it's all physics based. So when you pull your sword out, if there's something in front of you, dink, you will actually hit it. So you need to sort of be aware of your surroundings. The combat was a little bit janky when I tried it. There was a few issues of picking things up. The demo was quite short, but I remember thinking, wow, that's got a lot of potential because that art style and the because like when you get that perfect strike and you get that blood, and the guy just like crumples to the ground, you're like, beautiful. Yeah, it's got potential.
I mean,
Did you play the demo,
Surge? 2022.
No, I haven't. I'm gonna just buy it when it comes out because I know I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. The demo was really short. That's the demo that was it pre-Steam Fest or was it in Steam Fest?
I don't know. I played it in May last year.
Yeah. So it was actually pre-Steam Fest. So, yeah, is that actually at Steam VR Fest?
It's upcoming.
Oh, right, okay.
Up and coming.
So hopefully he's improved he's improved the trailer, improved the demo.
Yeah,
if you can't wait to play it, the older build of it is available on Vive Infinity. So if you really desperately to play it now, then go and check it out on Vive Infinity. Is it Vive Infinity? Vivefinity?
I thought right.
Vive Port.
Vive Port.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, you can actually go on his Patreon and play like his up-to-date build that he's got with the game.
Okay.
It's only a couple of quid a month, like £4 or something like that. So yeah,
well worth it.
Yeah.
I'm willing to do it myself. Yeah.
For our last story, speaking of Patreon, I'd like to talk about the Luke Ross debacle, which appears to have descended. So, Serge, what are your thoughts on what's happened?
I mean, what they've done, they've said to him, they said to him to actually take the content down, or are they just threatening to do it?
Take the IP off his Patreon.
Yeah. I mean, he's selling copies of the game, right? So
yeah, no. What he's doing is selling copies of the game. I think that's what you mean, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. He's by doing the VR mods, people are buying the games.
Yes.
So, I mean, unless the developers of those games are actually doing their own VR stuff, I mean,
So let me just preface this because there might be some people on here that don't actually know who Luke Ross is or what he does and what the actual problem is. So I'll just run through that and we'll go back to the opinion of it. Luke Ross is a VR modder for flat screen games where he takes really popular flat screen games, puts a VR mod code into it, and it gives you the ability to play it in VR. Most of the time, you're still playing with a controller. Most of them aren't full 6-DoF movement or anything like that. So some of the most noteworthy things that he has put out is the Grand Theft Auto mods, Grand Theft Auto 5 mod, which was obviously hugely popular because being able to sit in that city is phenomenal. He also did the Resident Evil mods, if I'm correct. No, he did Red Dead. He did
Red Dead. He did Mafia, and he did Elden Ring.
Yeah, so these are obviously hugely popular, and 3 of those games, I'm not sure, I don't think Elden Ring is. They're all by a company by Take-Two.
Cyberpunk.
And Cyberpunk, yes.
Yeah, so Cyberpunk and Elden Ring aren't Take-Two, but all of his other stuff is.
So Take-Two sent a DCMA directly through his Patreon saying that this is intellectual property. It is our intellectual property, and you need to take it the fuck down. Bear in mind that Luke Ross, as far as I'm aware, his Patreon was worth about 10 grand a month.
25.
25.
Yeah, he was over 2,000. He had over 2,000 patrons. But that's like, so basically, you can sign up to his Patreon, get the VR mod.
Yeah.
Unsigned from his Patreon, and you've got the VR mod for life. So that's 2,000 people a month who are signing up and fucking off. So if he's been doing that for a year, that's 12 times 2,000, which is 24,000 people. That's 24,000 copies of GTA 5, 25,000 copies of Elden Ring, 25,000 copies of Mafia, 25,000 copies of Red Dead Redemption 2 that Take-Two hadn't sold. Potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, these games are selling millions, so maybe it's small change to a company of Take-Two size. And the only thing I think that's made them do that is what you said right at the beginning, is that they're doing their own VR, or they're doing the next Red Dead Redemption 3 will have VR, the next Grand Theft Auto 6 or whatever it's called will have VR. That's the only reason they're doing it. Sorry,
yeah. No, I was just going to say, what about games like those games like GTA, Red Dead, and Mafia, and all that? Like, you never know, like PSVR 2 versions, that kind of stuff could be coming, and then maybe PC. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, $25,000 a month's quite a lot of money. $25,000.
Yeah. Well done to him. That's what I say.
Yeah. I mean, he worked his arse off to get there.
Yeah, he did.
And there's a petition going around at the moment that everyone should sign, just to say, look, what you did.
You dicks.
Yeah.
Here's the important thing, okay? This is incredibly important. He did not have any intellectual property on his Patreon. I'll start again, sorry. He may have had an image of like Cyberpunk or something on there, and he may have had the word Cyberpunk on there, or in this case, GTA 5, Red Dead, Mafia. But his code that he was using, he is not using any original game files.
No, you have to own the original game to run the VR mod. That he states that categorically.
Mm-hmm.
His code puts in essentially a second camera, and then that actually creates the Mac you're gonna or Serge, you're gonna have to actually remind me the word in order to turn it into VR. I can't remember the actual word for it.
Oh crikey, binocular, like a binocular camera. Yeah, that's not the right word, but yeah, I know what you mean.
That's essentially what his mods do, right? None of those are original game files, so absolutely fuck you, Take-Two.
Yeah.
I'm gonna state it like as this is from PowerOnVR. Straight up, fuck you guys. You're ruining some guy who is doing something amazing for the community. Is doing something that is selling your products. There is no reason for you to be doing this. He is not using any of your original IP. Yeah. No, absolutely ridiculous in my opinion.
Unless it's from SurjicalGaming. There you go.
What the
like to add to that, Matt?
fuck was that? What the fuck was that? It was like a false leg.
That's my hand. It's my hand.
Oh, right. I thought it was your foot. It looked like your foot.
Yeah, here's a foot for you, Take-Two. Have a foot.
That's how Serge does it, mate.
Take that, Take-Two. Take two nipples.
Take the pepperoni nipples, Take-Two. Take them. Take two pepperoni nipples.
No, it's a really the guy who was doing the Halo mod for Halo Reach, he got employed by 343. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dr. Beef. Oh, no, there's actually Dr. Beef. They got permission from id or ID or whoever, John Carmack, and they said, we're doing a VR mod for your game. They have to have the original game to play the VR mod, and id went, yeah, no problem, because that's like a fucking 25, 30-year-old game. We're going to sell a copies, £8 a crap, a shot on their Steam. Yeah, okay, yeah, do that. Me and Serge have been playing a lot of the Half-Life 2 VR mod. Again,
yep.
Obviously all the people involved in that, and we've been told by the guys who've done the mod that Valve are quite happy for them to use the engine, but there's like a legal issue which is stopping them. They're trying to sort of get it released for the 18th anniversary of the release of Half-Life 2. But basically Valve have said, no, hands off, we'll not stop you, but there might be a legal issue. Just whatever. And that's the way that Valve work, and that's the way that ID work, but it's clearly not the way that Take-Two work. They've obviously got lawyer. Yeah. Somebody's got a picture on their Patreon of a Red Dead Redemption. That belongs to us. Shall we take him down? Yeah, let's take him down. But he sold 50,000 copies of Red Dead Redemption. It's our picture. That kind of thing.
If I was him, behind the scenes, I would have uploaded all of those game files directly to a torrent site.
Yeah.
What
the thing, his patrons already have that. So the only thing that's stopping him from is they're stopping new patrons joining. But he's still selling Cyberpunk and the other one. It's gone out of my head. Elden Rings.
Yep. There's No One Lives Forever 2 as well. But, sorry, just quickly, going back to the Valve thing, do you remember, Mac, the first time you went into Neos and that guy remade the whole of the Half-Life train journey?
Yeah.
And he showed it to Valve, and they loved it so much they actually gave him the original assets to use.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, they did.
Valve, yeah, that was really cool.
So we've yet to take you into Neos. We have
Oh yeah, no, I need to, man. Mate, I really need to.
Yeah, it's blow your mind.
So we did me, Surge, and Skillex did a rant against Facebook and Meta logins, right? And my wife, I was like, you need to watch this. My wife watched it because it was quite funny what we did. Basically, Skillex got banned for being an underage girl, so he actually appeared in the avatar of an underage girl. And he kept putting voices on, and it was like funny. Like the interview lasted like 50 minutes or something. And then I said, oh no, I'm going to go and put my favorite avatar skin on. And I came back as a candy cane, and then Surge came back as a big bear. But then Skillex came back as a tube of toothpaste, right? And for the next, there's 10 minutes of the video where we're just basically screwing around, and my wife pissed herself laughing, and she's not into VR. And she doesn't know what we were talking about as far as the Meta Facebook bans were. She was just laughing at her husband running around as a candy cane and later on as a gingerbread man and also Godzilla being chased by a tube of toothpaste. So, Neos, it's the future. It's the future of comedy.
We really need to actually. I need to get in there, so I need to speak to you, Serge, about actually spending a few hours and
sure,
and getting in. But also, I think we really need to actually do a podcast from inside there.
Yeah, definitely.
I assume you can stream it live, so.
Yeah. I was going to say you guys should come on my podcast as well. I can show you how to do it, and then you can just stream your avatars. Yeah. It's not too bad. You just got to get the assets and build what you want, and then get the color in, and just depends on how you want the studio to be. Basically, yeah, it's not too. It's a learning curve. I know just enough to get going. So you can again, it's Ready Player Me avatars, so you can just do that.
Yeah.
You can go in depth and go into the Unity engine and make it really look like you, or however you want. But like Mac was saying, you could be Gingerbread Man. There's three avatars there, and we were just trying them all on, weren't we, before the show? It was so funny, man.
I put on the Godzilla avatar, right, and there's a scaling option, so I scaled Godzilla to full Godzilla size. So Serge, you were a bear. You were about 6 foot tall, weren't you? And Skillex was still this tube of toothpaste, which is about a foot tall, and I was just standing there as Godzilla going, and they're like, let's go back in the studio, and I was like, I can't fit in the studio because I'm too big, because I was about 100 foot tall. It was just crazy. It's just crazy. Anyway, we need to do that.
Yeah, definitely, guys.
I mean, that'll make it really easy to be able to get multiple guest hosts on as well, if people can get into Neos. So, yeah, let's look into that. That's another thing for Max to write down and hand to him.
Definitely got to be easier than doing all this Discord video crap, because it took us about an hour.
Yeah, I almost made it. I had 5 minutes to go, not even that, and then my camera started working. So
we were lucky. Right, are we going to call it a day? Anybody want to talk about anything else?
We do need to do the final giveaways.
Oh yeah! Oh god, I've got the.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I've got the keys for Bok. Right, so if you commented in my live stream, you're in. There's 3 keys to give away.
Do we want to do that now? We'll just Wheel of Fortune all the keys?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, jeez, there's so many people.
I can type fast.
Okay.
Right. Clueless.
Are you starting at the top?
I will start wherever you want, mate. Just keep reading them.
Right. Samuel Bailey.
Sam.
Jonathan Badger. Simon V.
Simon.
Freestyle Skater. Sim.
Freestyle.
Stevie and Dan. Clueless Dad.
Yep.
Never do. Weeble, inevitably. Mark Alexander. Sim again. Hold on.
Just stop writing Weeble's one.
I know. Space Denizen. Simon V. Did I say Mark Alexander?
Yep.
Okay. Slow Coach. Stevie Dan. Clueless Dad. I think we said Mark Alexander. Did we say Mark Alexander or not? I can't remember.
Hang on. We've got Rezol, Moonshine,
James Davis, Henry Van Leer, AppG, HB, Zachary,
HB, Zach,
Jonathan Badger,
Tranquility, Gromy,
Mobeast.
Mobeast, obviously. Slow Coat. I said so. Diego Darko.
Yeah. Diego. I think that might be it.
Hold on. Just going to go quickly to the top because there's a few people at the beginning that... Quentin Cruz. Mr. Nobody. Altair.
By the way, I apologise for how badly I'm screwing up everyone's names.
Right, that's it. Yep, I think we're done.
Did I put Rezol in there?
So I've got three keys to give away, so we need to do that 3 times.
Rezol, okay.
Okay, live. Drum roll.
Right, let's shuffle that one and click
Weeble!
one.
It's bound to be Weeble.
That'd be so funny.
First winner is Mr. Mobeast.
Again,
oh, Mobeast again!
2 wins in one day.
That's 2 Mobeast. Jesus. Right.
Okay, he's a new Weeble. He's a new Weeble.
Right. He's the new Weeble.
We've removed Mobeast. On to number 2. Drum roll. Oh, it almost was Weebs. It was almost Weebs. It's Mr. HB.
HB!
Oh, HB. Well done, man.
Well done,
and
Sue.
On to number 3.
It's bound to be Weeble.
It is Mr. Stevie Dan.
Stevie Dan. Right, okay, you've all won
mate.
A game key. I will get that to you as soon as I can tomorrow.
Hang on.
Right, so...
People are saying, like, weighted wheels fix. I think you should put the wheel up on the screen next time so people don't...
It is. It's on my screen.
No, sorry.
Sorry.
If you,
it can't be fixed.
It can't be fixed. Yes.
If you go over to PowerOnVR's channel, I am doing this live on the wheel.
Yeah, I like to point out.
You can go back. You can watch
it.
It's who did we just say? Stevie one, Mobeast
it's Mobeast, HB, and Stevie Dan. Right. So if you don't understand what's going on, me and sort of PowerOn actually do a dual podcast. So I'm streaming the same content that he is.
Yeah. So if you want to watch what I'm doing, run both simultaneously. They're pretty much the same. But there may be little tweaks here and there.
There may be less audio at the beginning, and there may be less streaming at the beginning of mine. So
yeah. Okay, so I have got the mystery box to give away.
The mystery box!
Like, I should have put a giant... Hang on. There we go. It's now an actual mystery box. It's got a question mark on it, the wrong way around.
Yes!
So, the mystery box goes to...
It's Weeble. It's Weeble.
Mr. AppJ.
Oh, he won the RFVR key as well.
Yeah, he's won 2 keys. This is set up, guys.
It started to feel like it is rigged.
And it's right next to Mobeast's name as well.
Oh no, Mobeast, you nearly won the mystery box. So I tell you what, have another
mate.
Have another spin. I've got a mystery box.
Okay.
Go for it.
We are spinning. If it's AppJ again, that's going to be awkward. Never. Mr. Never?
Mr. Never?
Mr. Never?
What did we call... No, what was
Never.
What was his name? He was at the...
He was right at the beginning.
Was
it Mr. Nobody and I wrote Never for some reason?
Hold on.
No, I have Mr. Nobody.
I've got Mr. Nobody.
So who's Never? Why have I put Never?
Because you put never instead of nobody.
No. I've got Mr. Nobody in here.
Spin it again if there's no never coming forward.
I can't see Mr. Never.
I'm just checking to see if there's anybody that... Was it Never? Did you say Never?
Hold on. I'm just going back through.
Let's have a look.
No, I can't see anybody who starts with N. Never.
You've got Never in your chat.
Never do. Yeah, never do. Yeah, it might be them.
I think that's them.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, so Never do. You've won a mystery box from... Oh, we're spinning again. No, go away. We didn't need to spin again. We've spun too much.
Never do. Right, Never do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got it. Never do.
Okay, AppJ, if you want to message me on Twitter, at PowerOnVR, and we will sort something out for you, my guy. If you are in the UK, then that makes things super simple. If you're in Europe, then it makes things less simple, but doable. If you're anywhere else, I will sort you out something else, my guy, and then we will do another mystery box giveaway another time.
Okay, so Mr. Never do.
I apologise, but I am not the biggest of YouTubers, and therefore do not have a huge amount of money coming in.
No. So, Mr. Never do, you have won Max Mystery Box. So, if you are in the UK, that is also brilliant. If you are in the Europe, that's better. If you're in the US, we might have to sort something else out. But you have won Max Mystery Box.
Yeah. Also, if you're in Russia, that's pretty much. I apologise, HB, but that's a massive no-go area at the moment.
No, he's got the HB. HB won the bulk keys from me.
Yeah. No, I was just like, oh, I really hope he wins a key and not a box.
And not a box.
Oh, sorry, dude. Anyway, yeah, I think that's where we're going to close it out. We've been on for 2.5 hours. It's been a good stream, guys. We've had lots of chat about games, lots of chat about news, lots of chat about Wheels of Fortune.
That was good fun, actually. We should make that. I've got a load of stuff that I've been given that I could give away.
Yeah, you were saying the other day, weren't you? You got loads of gear. Yeah.
Yeah, we will start doing more, guys. So tune in 2 weeks from today, and we will have another podcast.
And probably more game key giveaways, and probably more mystery box giveaways.
Exactly. I've actually got an interesting company that I'm talking to at the moment that might be giving us some more keys for one of our giveaways. Also,
excellent.
I hopefully it will arrive by then. I've got something that is going to make Mac unbelievably jealous. But I won't spoil it. I'll wait.
Ooh.
I'll wait.
Well, it just so happens that I've got something arriving on Wednesday, which is going to make you incredibly jealous. So, I take your incredibly. I'm going to tell you. It's those Mac In VR thongs that I was promising you with the little logo on the front.
The ones I wanted to wear on my face.
That's.
They're the used ones, not the.
Yeah, the used ones. I'm going to sell them on Only.
Anything if they're not used.
I'm going to sell them on OnlyFans. I think we should end there.
Yeah, we should definitely end there. This is devolving into debauchery.
I start at the bid at $1. There you go.
There you go.
I bid 70 cents.
Yeah, it goes down. Whoever bids the lowest gets.
I'll give them away for free. Oh damn.
Cool. Right. Well, we have been the Rekin. Well, we have all been the Rekin Krew.
We've all been the Rekin Krew
podcast. Thank you for Surjical joining us. It's been a good night, my guy.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Really appreciate it, man. Congratulations, Shoeey, on your 3,000 subscribers as well, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was super stoked for that the other day, man.
Great milestone, man.
Yeah. On to the 5K. Whoa.
Exactly.
5K.
Whoop. Let's go.
Yeah, so yeah, I've been PowerOnVR. He's been Mac In VR. He's been SurjicalGaming. We have been the Virtualy Rek't Podcast. It's been an amazing night, guys. Thank you for joining us. We will catch you next time.
We will.
Good night, guys.
See you later, boys.